Yeah!
I am Cyrus the Persian. I am the father of Persia and the founder of the Persian Empire, ruling close to half the ancient world with love, tolerance, and respect for all mankind. My Persian Empire encompassed 36 different nations, each with their own unique cultures, languages, ethnicities, customs, and religions, and was an all-encompassing, all-inclusive government creating peace, prosperity, and stability for over 2 centuries. Many of you may not have heard of me, but the founding fathers of this great nation knew of me very well. In fact, close to 1/3 of the US Constitution, authored mainly by Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, Benjamin Franklin, and other great leaders, was not only inspired by my way of life and leadership, but they actually implemented my principles in the governance of this vast nation. The principles I brought to humanity 2,500 years ago and are firmly depicted in the US Constitution are still valid today in the 21st century. I believe now more than ever that they will never go away. They will be ever fresh and everlasting for one simple reason. They are deeply rooted in humanity, and as long as humanity exists, my principles which I brought forth for all mankind will continue to exist and last forever. The pillar of those principles is the first declaration of human rights in world history, the proof of it in the original clay tablet in cuneiform writing which I ordered to be written 2,500 years ago, that currently resides in the British Museum and has replicas in cities all around the globe, including one atop the entrance to the Hall of Nations at the United Nations. I too had a Hall of Nations, the remains of which are in Persepolis in Shiraz, Iran, where I would listen to the people from nations under my leadership and give help to those who needed it. When I ruled my vast Persian Empire, I had no idea that a century after I am gone, a Greek historian by the name of Xenophon would be so inspired by the way I ruled the world with love, affection, and the power of persuasion that he would write a book about me through the art of leadership. He wrote this 24 centuries ago and called it Chiropedia. The great Thomas Jefferson had 2 original copies, and on his deathbed gave one to his grandson for him to consult with whenever he needed help. I had no idea when I ruled my vast Persian Empire that 22 centuries after I am gone, Chiropedia would be taught to the generals at West Point, the highest US military academy, not for the purpose of creating war, but for making peace through the art of leadership. But when I ruled my vast Persian Empire 25 centuries ago, the Persian dynasty of Achaemenid that I established was mortal, and I too am also mortal. Even the great Persian Empire, stretching from India to the east, to Libya in the west, and from the Persian Gulf in the south, to the great flats of Siberia in the north, would one day come to an end. But the messages of care, tolerance, love, peace, and prosperity for all mankind are immortal and will last forever. You may not know this, but because of my very essence of my beliefs, my good deeds, and my Persian way of life, I am referred to multiple times in the holy book of the Old Testament as the Messiah or liberator of Jews. I did not know that one day the presidents of the United States, regardless of their administrations or political inclinations, would celebrate Noruz at the White House and send messages of Noruz to the nation. And so you, dear fellow human, do good, for the soul's sake of goodness alone, and not for any expectation of a reward in this life or the world beyond. That will make you immortal. May the everlasting and ever-fresh Noruz, with its messages of love and peace for all mankind, that I celebrated 25 centuries ago and has been celebrated by those who came after me ever since, bring you, your family, and your loved ones the best of health, happiness, and prosperity. Happy Noruz, and know that because of my own private personal beliefs and my Persian cultural beliefs, I love you all. Happy Noruz.
This is the time for come to get a AD from Kurosh hand. Just the kids. Thank you.